Now, we all know that raising kids can cost a fortune, but we're going to take a look at two young ladies who are really putting that to the test. Candace Jackson is here with me to talk about two young ladies who are basically heiresses to a Formula One fortune through their father, and they are now shaking up the high-end luxury real estate world. Hi, Candace. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So tell us about the Ecclestone daughters and how they've been sort of making their move in real estate.
So these are two very young women. Petra, the youngest, is 23, the oldest is 27, and they have been buying up hundreds of millions of dollars worth of the world's basically top trophy properties usually that go to captains of industry and people much, much older than them. They're beneficiaries of a trust that allows them to sort of spend freely on real estate and build up this portfolio for themselves.
And one of the big headline-grabbing properties that one of them bought last year was Candy Spelling's mansion, which had been on the market out in Beverly Hills?
It's in Los Angeles.
Yeah. And Aaron Spelling had been the TV network guru, had so many hits, and had been on, I guess, for $80 million. She bought that, right? I mean, not something you think a 20-something-year-old would go for.
Actually, $85 million.
$85 million,
so
okay.
Even more. Yeah, it was on the market for $150 million at the time, the most expensive listing in the country. So
and here it is.
Really
Taking a look at it.
It's a 57,000 square foot home. It's huge. So it really made big news when she bought this less than a year ago. Nobody really suspected the house would go to a then 22-year-old woman.
So are they sort of redefining who is able to buy these properties or who wants to buy these properties? Because when you think about it, she just got married, not your typical starter home.
Definitely not your typical starter home, but yes, they're part of a very, very small, but I guess growing in some ways, group of young heiresses and heirs who are, using their wealth to kind of buy these type of properties. So brokers and people in the real estate world are taking, a 22-year-old who comes in and says she wants to look at a house like that much more seriously these days, for sure.
And I know her sister made some waves in London in buying a home that's very close to where the new Duchess and Prince William and Duchess Catherine will be living in Kensington Palace Gardens.
Yeah, it's a remarkable home. It's in Kensington Palace Gardens, which is basically across the road from Kensington Palace, and she's doing a complete overhaul. It's in the process of being remodeled. She's going to add on an additional 5,000 square feet. So, it's going to be probably one of the top homes in London when it's done.
And it's interesting because we see so much when we get out of that high-end luxury real estate of people kind of going downsizing and smaller. But is it exactly the opposite when we talk about these people that seem to have endless bank accounts in the high-end luxury? They want the bowling alleys. I understand she's putting in a nightclub, a pool. I mean, are they just all about the amenities, right?
It's certainly not about downsizing. They want all the amenities that they can dream of, and why not? They have the money, and they're young enough that they, both of these women say they plan to settle in the homes for many years. So they're building their dream homes, and they're putting everything in there they think they might ever want, so they don't have to kind of go back and shop again or remodel again.
Why not? Huh?
Why
You've
not?
got it. Do it, right?
Exactly.
Candace, thanks so much. Did you actually get to go over there and see these places?
I did. Well, the place in London is under
London?
construction, so I took a bit of a hard hat tour of it, and
Good.
It is a phenomenal home.